How did Woo come about for the first time? What's the origin of that, Rick?
It's just driving down the road one night, listening to Jerry Lee Lewis back in the 70s. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire, Woo.
That was it?
It kind of inspired it. Yeah, I was a big fan of his, and that's back in the 70s. We used to drive 3,000 miles a week, town to town.
Sure.
And I just started saying it in 1974, and it stuck. Thank God.
Do you remember the first time you used it? And
it would have been in a promo in 74.
Okay.
At Jim Crockett Promotions.
Okay. And did somebody just say you got to keep that, or you just
No,
decided?
I just caught on. And then now it's like everybody in the world's doing it. And I'm not getting paid enough.
Well,
it's trademarked.
I mean, you must walk down the street and just hear it. Right?
Yeah, I do. Thank God.
What's the strangest place you've had somebody scream that to you?
Oh, God, they're screaming everywhere. I mean,
like where? Church? Bathrooms? Where?
Not at church, but maybe outside of church, but bathrooms for sure. Whoa, Ric Flair's in the bathroom. Oh, wow, man.
Somebody makes a boom boom and behind the door they're screaming, woo.
I'm not going to shake your hand when we get out of here, okay? Jesus. It's unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh. Fantastic. And so what do you remember most of those early days in your career, Rick?
Oh, just, the thing that it's like I've found it again here, just the day I walked in here, it's a camaraderie. I just love being with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a disease with me. I mean, I just like being with the guys, and I like going in front of a live audience. I like,
mm-hmm.
It's like now I'm right back in the same business where, just like you wait every day. I don't know how hard you sit on it, because you have people to handle it for you, but you just want to know the rating. Mm-hmm. You want to know what your quarter hour did. I mean,
is that right?
It's back in the race, yeah.
Yeah.
So at 5 o'clock, whatever day I'm on the next day, like I've been doing my whole life,
mm-hmm.
5 o'clock looking for the rating, and what did my quarter hour do? I mean, it's competition.
What's your favorite place you performed in, where you love it more than most, Ric Flair?
I like. There've been so many great cities. I used to wrestle at the Forum out here and run into Kareem and Magic and all those guys. And
yeah.
I mean, James Worthy grew up in Charlotte, basically.
Yeah.
I liked it out here. Chicago was great. Atlanta's great.
Yes.
Of course, North Carolina, and that's where I was for 42 years. Anywhere there.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando's great. It's hard to pick one out.
Mm-hmm.
Overseas, of course, I like Tokyo and London, Birmingham are great.
Yeah.
Sydney and
you've been all over the world, man.
Auckland, New Zealand, name it.
TJ is one of your hugest fans, and I always do this. TJ, go for it. Ask Ric Flair a question.
It's like how do you come up with a single question as
you
someone
have
who's
to.
been in your life since I was 10 years old, and Saturday nights at 6:05, Rick, that was it for me and my grandfather.
Yeah.
But
we did that at 8 o'clock in the morning,
I've read that, yes.
After coming out of Buckhead.
What do you mean? So you really?
We taped that show at 8 o'clock in the morning. We were working in a venue somewhere when it was airing.
Yeah.
That night.
Wow. So I mean, Rick, at what point? And I've read your book multiple times. I've seen the documentaries, things of that nature. But when did you know? Do you remember the point when you were like, okay, I got this now?
The second time I won the world title.
So from Harley at Starrcade?
At Starrcade, yeah. The first time I won it, I thought I knew it all. Boy, would I find out. Because I'd been wrestling really good wrestlers
mm-hmm.
in the Mid-Atlantic area, like top guys. And when I won the world championship, and I started traveling around where the guys weren't nearly as experienced, some weren't as experienced as I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to wrestle an hour every night, which we did back then. And I just learned real fast that I had a lot to learn. But second time around, I was ready, and I was ready to be prepared for, whatever situation arose. And then from there, I just rock and rolled. Once I found my groove, which I think it's the same way with anybody, whether you're in medicine or in broadcasting, you find your groove. And I mean, look at Rich Eisen. I mean, I've wanted to be on your show forever.
Oh, stop, Ric
No,
Flair.
I swear. I saw my daughter on it. How does my daughter get on Rich Eisen? I'm not. I was across the street with the Migos, and you had her in Miami at the
That's
Super
right.
Bowl.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I come ask you,
Come
going,
on.
what do you do with Rich Eisen?
We heard you're in town. We're like, Ric Flair's in town. You want him on Friday? I mean, how quickly? That was a snap, yes?
That was
Absolutely.
That was a snap, yes, for sure.
Even a faster snap from me, yes.
Oh, fantastic. Would you mind doing us the favor of cutting a Rich Eisen Show promo?
I absolutely will.
Would you do it like right now?
Yep.
Can you do it right now if I just set it up
Yep.
like Ric Flair? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We're ready. Ric Flair, a promo for the Rich Eisen
This
Show.
is the Nature Boy Ric Flair, woo, live from Rich Eisen Studio in L.A. Looking as only I can look. Praising the great Rich Eisen, the man, the myth, the legend, the limousine riding, I'm sure of it, private jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun that owns the airways every time he opens his mouth. Woo! Rich Eisen.
yes.
That's it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.